What's up you guys, this is Junior Trader and in this video we are taking a look at AMD stock. Guys, so this thing has been doing some good stuff. I was watching this rebound play that partially I did take. I did make 66% profit on my position. That play finally, well, I did close out all of my position here, but you can see it finally gave that full direction. But yeah, it took a while, but we got that direction. But anyways, in this video, we'll be talking about what to make out of AMD here. Is it gonna continue higher up from here, or this can slow down, or what are the levels to watch, and all in all, the price action, what it's doing. So we'll talk about all of that in this video, and also I want to let you know that none of this is any financial advice. It's only for education purposes. You are solely responsible for your own, financial decisions and outcomes. I take guarantee and no role in that, and I take no guarantee about that. Or I mean, when I say I don't play any role in that, that means pretty much I take no guarantee of anything. What I, you know, like, yeah, you get my point, right? Yeah, sorry, been a long day, so. All right, guys, just an educational advice here, okay? Now, one of the things I added on my indicator here is the average range and the today's range. So average range is based off of, how the stock is been behaving over last couple of days. So what this strategy helps is in that once the today range, which is for the current day, reaches, the extreme range of the average range, then based on the price action, which you have to see on the 5 minutes, if a consolidation is forming, support is forming. So if I show you on the 5 minutes interval, so things like that, a reversal could be played. So for example, on AMD, I'm showing you that AMD has a range of $7.85 average range, and it already made like $7.34 range in the morning, right? So this was your time that, okay, now some sell-off is coming. So an intraday short play can be played because it has already taken its range, right, for the day. So a short play came and so forth. You can use these ranges to make your decisions as well, to trade the reversals or pullbacks or whatever, right? Yeah, so, or rebounds, however you want to name it them. So, but yeah, I added this feature in my indicator as well. So if you need access to my tools, links are in the description below. If you already have access to my tools, please remember to update it. I did announce it on my Discord channel, but if you missed that out and you are seeing this video, please update the indicator to get this newly updated changes as well. Alrighty, so let's start off with the daily interval here on AMD, and what are we seeing here? So the first thing is that we are still rejecting off of that trend line that is now an overhead resistance, because this was the trend line due to the previous pivots formed on the daily interval. But we have finally gotten out of this resistance of 50 days moving average. So due to I'll talk about a couple more things on hourly interval in just a second, but that's where it was resisting and rejecting for quite some time. But at the same time, it was holding the support level for more than a week at $175, $174 to $177. So let's go to the hourly interval now. So an AMD, is it possible that it can make higher moves all the way to $190? And why so $190, right? So we were seeing the support hold, and what AMD has started to do is started to form an uptrend again. So it has tried to curve itself here, right? So it's forming this, zigzag pattern back to the upside. So this is, what we need to be looking for any intraday potential moves, and AMD has been confirming that to us. Now, this is still a little bit of a choppy trade. It's going to be a choppy trade, guys, because it's below 20 days moving average right over here, right? And it's above 50 days moving average now though. So, but yes, intraday, it is showing a strength now. So let me move this line over here to at least 191, where 20 days moving averages. So almost 190. Is this a possibility on AMD that it can do, right? So currently, yes, in the price action, in the intraday, that's a possibility, but I'll suggest just trade level by level. So for example, if tomorrow it breaks above 184 and 92 cents, yes, it will continue to the upside. But then you have to see if this is gonna tap out at the overhead resistance of that line, because this is where you can see this is a supply zone lately, which is also rejected at our trend line. Now, what I would say is, and this is also, here's the supply zone, right? What I would say is just trade level by level. It is just an intraday play right now. You know, if tomorrow, if it loses 182 and 35 cents, it may possibly come to 180 as well. So trade level by level, break on either side is going to give you a directional play on the other side, and then have a stop loss down below. And that's how I would trade AMD right now, just because it's in the choppy zone. Okay, because it's between 20 days moving average and 50 days moving average, and also fighting its way into this trend line. It is showing signs of uptrend, right? So accordingly, you can have your thesis and confidence on one direction, but at the same time, trade level by level, right? Sorry guys, right now I'm not comfortable on the swing side on it. In my opinion, you can do whatever you want, but it's mostly an intraday play. Let's go to the 5 minutes interval and let's talk about a couple of things here. So what are we seeing today is a good run up, right? We ran into our average range on AMD and we sold off. AMD still held its ground though down here, right? This was the demand zone, so it still held its support down there. And what are we seeing then? And this is, you can see also on the lower time frames, inverted head and shoulder pattern at a support moving average line, right? So, and then you can trade it inverted head and shoulder back to the upside, at least scalp plays or shorter term plays, right? For 5 or 10 or 20 minutes or so. For tomorrow, as I said, you are watching 184.90 cents. It's still gonna look strong even if it just breaks above $184. So, and yeah, if it gets above that, good. Otherwise, you know, break below 182 is going to be tough on this, because it's then eventually going to lose 200 moving average as well. So all in all, my sentiment is that AMD is a intraday play. It's looking good and strong on the bullish side. It has been confirming us all those directions, right? You can see how well it curved down and finally broke out of that resistance, 50 days moving average, but be prepared, otherwise it's choppy or bullish. Bearish on this, if it loses, well, fully swing bearish, I mean, right? What would that be? Well, for that, as I just said on my weekend video as well, that would be it losing this blue box as well down here. All right, cool, good stuff. Okie dokie. Well, I don't think we have any major news on AMD. So what is this? AMD recommends investors to reject mini tender offer from Tutanota. Okay. AMD said late Monday it does not recommend Tutanota's unsolicited mini tender offer to buy up to 150,000 shares of the company at $200 per share. Investors who have already tendered shares are advised that they may withdraw from the tender offer prior to expiration of the offer. The offer price is conditioned on, among other things, the closing price of AMD stock exceeding $200 per share on the last trading day before the offers expires, it added. Yeah, so on April 9th. This is interesting. I wonder if this has to do that this company is reaching out to investors. Hey, you can, it's like an option trade, right? Like, hey, you can buy for $200 per share. If it goes above that, you keep the money for the difference. Otherwise, by April 19th, otherwise you lose the money. I don't, yeah, this is the, you know, this mini tender offer. This might need some more research to do. Like, what is this? This article, I don't think covers everything in detail. Yeah, there's nothing much big news here, guys. Okay, that's all for this video. All right, I'll see you in my next videos, guys. Take care. Bye.